Okay, well, welcome to our Lunch and Learn today. I am super excited. I think that this is an awesome time of the year. So many people have such a negative thought about this time of the year. And I want to encourage anyone that has that negativity to ditch it because when I was growing my business, when I first started, before I hit my 12K rank, I was building in December, you guys. So I don't ever like to hear when people say, like, oh, this is our slow season. I'm like, no, it isn't. Like, it's what you make of it. So, because on a Zoom that I had shared with previously with you guys, I talked about how before I was growing towards 12K, I did 12 days of Christmas. Well, I did that in December. So that is kind of the topic of this Zoom is, we have 52 days left of this year. It might even be 51 days. That might have been yesterday. So 51 days left, and there is so much that we can do with this time, and it is such a crucial time. Even though you might feel like there's not a lot happening, maybe you're not necessarily bringing in new customers right at this moment. But what is happening is that everyone on your social media right now is watching you. And that is huge. So, with that being said, December is on its way. We're hitting the holidays. People are going to enter into this time where they're stressed eating. There's just so much overwhelm right now, you guys. People from a business perspective are going to be spending so much money. It could potentially be another Christmas that they said that they weren't going to use their credit card, and they did. And now, come January, all of those bills from Christmas are going to come rolling in. So from a business perspective, they are going to sit there and be thinking about, oh my gosh, I racked up this much debt in Christmas. How am I going to pay for this? And so this is a great opportunity to be planting seeds, sharing the business, sharing what we have as far as energy, patience. I was just talking about my mother-in-law before we got on this Zoom. You guys, everybody has someone in their family where they need that extra patience. Even just the stress of Christmas, for some people that really stresses them out. It's extreme overwhelm. It brings back feelings that they might have from their childhood, their past. They might not love Christmas. I love Christmas. Not everybody loves Christmas. Some people have a really bad experience with it. It brings back bad memories. It triggers them. They don't love it. They don't want to see Uncle John and whatever. So it's super important for us to be planting seeds. And what that means is just showing up every single day, first of all. That's the first and foremost, is that you need to make sure that in this time from now until January 1st, that number one, Thrive is attached to your name. People know that you're a thriver, and that they know when they are struggling or when they have all these New Year's resolutions come the 1st of January, that they are going to know to come to you because you have been loud and proud. You have been sharing your experience. You have been sharing transformations, especially the transformations, you guys. These detox transformations, it's a perfect time to be showing them because everyone is legit going to feel like shit after Christmas. Financially, in their bellies, in their minds, all of it. And they are going to need a reset, and that is when everybody decides they want to reset. So you need to be sharing these transformations right now, sharing about the detox so that people know when they're ready for this change, they have seen all of these transformations. They know the products work. They've seen it themselves. And especially with their detox, they're going to want, a quick fix, but we can also share with them with that detox that we can also give them a free sample. There's plenty of ways to promote that. That's a whole nother Zoom that we can talk about once we get closer to the first of the year and how to really amp all of this up. But it's important right now for you guys to be making sure that people know that you are their Thrive person. You are the person that they're going to go to. And so we really just want to be making sure that we are consistently posting every single day. That is the first and foremost. It sounds simple, but a lot of people are going multiple days without ever even posting. And we need to make sure that we're posting, and we need to make sure that we are being consistent in our stories so that people know that we are thrivers. They know that we're thriving, and we need to be more than ever right now living our Thrive life out loud. December 1st of 2016, my first year of enrollment, I went and I did a 12-day of Christmas live video, and I went live on Facebook every single day for 12 days sharing something about Thrive. And I will tell you guys, that is what we mean by planting seeds. During that month, I was building, I was sharing, I was educating, and I was in everyone's feed letting them know that I'm a thriver and that I love what I have and what I'm doing. So come the first of the year, all of a sudden, all of these people were having like, okay, New Year's resolutions. I need to lose weight. I need to do this. I need to do that. And that whole month of December, people were reaching out to me. They were asking me questions. I was setting up free accounts for people so that they could take a look around at what we had. So come that first of the year, all of a sudden, guess what? When all these people had these transformations that they were looking to have, they were reaching back out to me. And then when I had promotions or I had stuff going on because they had a free account with me because of what I was doing in December, then I was able to reach back out to them and say, hey, I don't know if it's your time yet, but we have X, Y, and Z, and I can help you. I seen that you want to lose X amount of pounds, or that you're starting to work out at the gym again. Like you said, you were really sore. Thrive's going to help with that, blah, blah, blah. And so you can reach out. And so that is like really, really important. The other important thing is that we want to make sure that not only that we're showing Thrive, but also that we're bringing value to our audience and community every single day. Like that is so important. Like we need to be thinking about how we can make an impact over an income, because when we make the impact, the income will come. So we need to be mindful that every single post does not mean I'm looking for a sale. You need to be the people that people want to reach back to. You need to add value. You need to educate. You are wanting to attract people into your market because they know you, they trust you. And when you are bringing them other value besides just Thrive, they realize that, okay, like, she doesn't have to say all these other things. She doesn't have to do all these other things, but she's like constantly wanting to be a helper. So instead of also only being a thriver, you know, you can look at yourself as being a helper. Like, how can I help this person? What can I do for them? What kind of value can I bring to my audience today? So for example, today is Wellness Wednesday. So I didn't only talk about Thrive. I mean, I kind of plugged, I said my 3 simple steps in the first 20 minutes of my morning. I didn't even in my status say the word Thrive, because anybody that watches me, knows me, sees my stories, they know what those 3 simple steps are. So I don't always need to say the word Thrive even. But I talked about how you can start your day on a more positive note, how you can, get your day off to a good start and with intention. Because for some people, they don't know. Like, we're in network marketing, but I never knew to watch a positive video or audio in the morning until I started this business. Like, it never occurred to me. No one ever told me. No one ever taught me. So how many other people are on our Facebooks that literally have no idea that if they started their morning with a motivational audio for 5 minutes even, like how that could change their whole entire day. So again, this morning, that was my Wellness Wednesday post, was just posting about how You can watch a positive audio or start your morning with prayer or meditation or whatever that might be. But like, do not get on social media until you do that first. Do you know how many people wake up and the first thing they do is go to Facebook or Instagram? They see one negative post and sets their entire day off, and they're full of anxiety for the rest of the day. So something that seems so simple to us is not so simple to everyone else. So make sure that you're bringing value to your audience so that they know that you're not just looking for a Thrive sale. You're not just looking to just only sell them. Like, you're constantly bringing them value. The other thing that is going to do is that it is going to cause your audience to want to look for your posts every day, every morning, whether you're sharing positive quotes in the morning or inspirational quotes or Bible verses or whatever your thing is. The people that are attracted to you are going to look for that every single morning. And that's also how you're going to show people, plant these seeds and be active this whole entire time leading into the new year. So that's why it's super important. What I see in people's businesses all the time is that during December, they give themselves grace and they just say, well, it's the holidays and, my family is super important, and, like, this family time, like, I have to be there for them. Like, I can't, like, do all the things. And you know what, like, when the new year starts, I will just pick up where I left off and, like, whatever. It's just, this is a slow season anyways. And so I'm just going to kind of sit back for a little bit and just, like, ride it out. No. If you have time to scroll every morning while you're on the toilet, you have time to post a status. Like, just being honest, because I know 95% of us bring that phone to the bathroom with us. And if you say you don't, you're lying, because we know you do. So if you have time to scroll, you have time to quick make a post. So the other thing is that is the exact reason why you should be doing your business, because you need to learn to use the excuses that you have to fuel you for why you should. If you're saying, well, I need this time with my family, well, that's all the more reason why you should be doing this business, because this business is going to create time for you if you take it seriously, but you can't just take a whole month off. So, especially because once January 1st hits, people are looking for solutions immediately. They are not going to go to you when you finally start posting on January 5th and you decide, well, I need to kick it into high gear because I haven't really said anything about Thrive for the last 4 weeks. No, you've already missed the boat. Sorry to, I'm just going to be really blunt with you guys, because the bottom line is, if you guys take December off, you will be so much further behind. So January amps up. That's when the New Year's resolutions start. I'm going to tell you how this works. Most people are going to try their own thing for about a week. No one is usually successful for more than 1 week. When that doesn't work, they're like, shit, that didn't work. Okay, plan B. All right, Heather has been posting about all this stuff for the last 6 weeks and all these transformations. And you know what? I guess the gym just really isn't my thing. She's going to reach out to me and she's going to say, okay, I've been at the gym for the last 7 days. I'm so sore. It's just not fitting into my lifestyle. But I've been seeing all these transformations. Do I have to work out and do that at the same time? Or do you think I'll get results from Thrive without it? That is the messages you guys are going to be getting. That's how this works. But that doesn't start till about mid-January. There's that huge influx in the first 2 weeks, gym memberships, people are going hard, and then bam. So then we really see the spike come February, where our business extremely takes off. That is when I hit 12K in April. I started from 3K, guys. It was 3K to 12K in 4 months, but it's because I started in December. So I feel like I can just bring you this real and raw and in your face, because I'm proof that this is why you need to build in December. And so, and even really right now, starting right now all the way through this year, do not take any time off. Obviously Christmas Christmas Eve, post about your family. Like, you don't have to post about Thrive on those days. I'm not asking you to post about Thrive on Christmas Day. But what I am telling you is don't just take the whole week of like Christmas from like the 23rd to January 1st completely off and never post at all. You can still be posting your Thrive in your stories, especially on those days. Like, hey, it's Christmas, but I'm still thriving. Like, I am going to have an even better day because I was up till, 4 a.m. wrapping presents. And, because how many moms are up all night on Christmas Eve wrapping presents because they're last minuters because they didn't have the energy to get it all done. And now their kids are up at 6 a.m. and they are like dead tired. You guys need to show how you're not. Like, this is a prime time to be sharing and showing your Thrive life. So fast forward into 2018 is, February is when I hit 40K. Because same thing, like, I don't look at this as a slow season. I look at this as a time to really be sharing really loud and proud. And the other perspective that I have had about this time is also that everybody already has their wallet out. Sorry, like, just gonna go ahead and say that. So I have heard over and over and over and over, you know what, screw it. Like, I've already blew this much money. What's another 150? No joke, you guys. You cannot look at this time as a time to judge what other people are willing to spend. Because how many moms out there, especially, don't buy anything for themselves. They don't do anything for themselves. So if you start painting that picture that they deserve to do something for themselves, or when's the last time you did something for yourself, you are going to get in that mom's head and make her realize, like, yeah, you know what? Like, I deserve something for myself too. And now is the time that I'm going to start taking care of myself. And this year, I am going to live a better and healthier life. And so you need to start making statuses too that show those mamas that they are worth their health and they like can't pour from an empty cup and like things like that. And if you start posting things at moms and how you used to feel at this time of the year, or how you think a mom might feel, and I'm saying moms because obviously that's what I am, so that's who I'm going to speak to. I'm going to speak to that audience. If you start posting like that, they are going to realize, like, oh my gosh, like, she's so right. And then there's this defeatist mentality at the end of the year where, like I said, like, they've spent so much money already and they're like, whatever, like, the credit card bill's already coming in, screw it. Like, I didn't buy nothing for myself, so I'm getting this Thrive. I'm going to start my year off strong. And so my best advice to you guys is during this time of the year, do not judge someone else's financial situation. You cannot sit here and think, well, it's Christmas, people are already spending too much money. Well, that's exactly why we should be sharing, because they're already opening their wallets. So let them open it for their health. Like, why would we think that what we have isn't worth them spending their money on? So that's another thing that I just want to plug about that. Do not judge other people's financial situations. That is none of our business, and it is not for us to decide how people spend their money or what they pay for their Thrive with. That is them. That is not us. So got that out of the way. Sorry, a little bit of a tangent there. But anyways, so we just have to continue to post, continue to bring that value. Some people might be wondering, like, okay, so like, what do I do during this time? How do I plant seeds? Like, what do I do? And we talk about this a lot in our Work With Me Zooms and stuff like that, but this is a time that we need to be in our groups every day. So like the last few days, I have been cleaning up my groups, seeing groups that haven't had any interactions. I leave the group. I have joined, oh my gosh, I don't even know how many groups this week. And so what I am doing each and every day is I am taking a certain amount of time to specifically just go to my groups. So instead of going to your social media and just scrolling, I'm specifically going to my newest groups that I just got added into, and I am going in there and I'm looking for things to interact with. I'm looking to like and love posts. I'm looking to interact. I just got added to, so we talk about like getting real specific with our groups. This is an example. So, taking my kids to Disney for Christmas. Okay. So, just, nobody's here, but I still feel like I got to talk super quiet about it. Our code word is the White House. So we're going to the White House, and, so there's this group that I got added to, and it's like Smart Moms Plan Disney or whatever. Oh my gosh, it is so overwhelming, and there's like 70,000, maybe million. I don't even know. It's obnoxious amount of people in there. So we talk about like not joining groups that are so huge like that, because like your post gets lost, like it's hard to like interact with people. It's like hard to, like keep up with even the people you're trying to interact with in there. But obviously I've needed to learn and figure out things for this. Well, even I felt overwhelmed. So I went and I searched again. And then plus, once I added this group, if you guys have noticed, like Facebook will also then start suggesting groups for you that you might be interested in. So then it starts to take some of that guesswork out of what group you should join. So I went to go interact in my groups yesterday, and I seen that Facebook had suggested a group for me, and it's I don't even know what it is. Disney in December 2020. Oh, there we go. Disney in 2021, December 2021. So this is specifically for people that are going to Disney in December of this year. So that completely narrowed that group of people down. And so, like we always talk about, I got into this group, they accepted me. So I took a selfie literally on the way to my son's basketball game yesterday, because I was in the car. They added me right away, got the notification that I was in, took a selfie while I was driving, yay, like I got into this group. And so it was just fun and exciting. And I put on there yay, thank you so much for adding me to this group. I'm so excited to be here. I'm a mom with 4 kids at home, and I'm sorry guys, I'm just gonna be honest, I sometimes in these groups will use my cancer diagnosis to grab attention, because obviously having cancer when you're 26 weeks pregnant is kind of a big deal, and it gets people's attention, and hopefully maybe even will drive them to my Facebook page to just check out my story. So, and it is my story, and I'm just learning that it's a part of my story. It's my journey. And so that's what prompted us to do this with our kids, because of the year that I had. So I said, this year I was diagnosed with cancer when I was 26 weeks pregnant. So we're so excited to end our year with our very first trip to Disney. Thank you so much for adding me. I'm a little overwhelmed with all of the planning, so I'm super excited to be here and finalize all of the loose ends of my trip. Any suggestions that you have, I would greatly appreciate it. And then just ended it with, I'm so excited to be here. And so many people were commenting on this post and liking and loving and carrying it, and so glad you're good, you're gonna have the most magical trip, and hey, did you do this and did you do that? And so now today I'm gonna go and I'm gonna take those conversations now to their inboxes, and I am going to say thank you so much for all of the tips that you gave me and the warm welcome into that group. It really means a lot to me. It's been a crazy year. I appreciate it, and then try to ask them another question so that we can obviously keep a conversation going. So that is a way that you are going to build the seeds in this season right now and grow your network, because you're building these relationships from now until the new year, especially, and beyond. But this is a great time because our business isn't super busy per se. We can be busy building relationships. And so that is how you are going to utilize your groups to grow your business, to find people to interact with. That's how you can do it on Facebook. But then in Instagram, what I did yesterday. So I worked both sides of it. And again, this is while we were on the way to my son's basketball game. So this is doable for anybody at any time. Like, my husband was driving. I had a 40-minute drive from Marshfield to Stevens Point. So I took 20 minutes to interact in some groups on Facebook. And then I went to Instagram. And so I have 5 kids, but our oldest daughter is my husband's, and I raised her, since she was 8, 9 years old. And so I searched the hashtag bonus mom because, like, I don't like to call myself a stepmom. And so bonus mom, and that is a way narrower search than just mom. Like, mom is so broad, it's so huge, it's so overwhelming. So went to bonus mom, and because it's like a smaller hashtag, I feel you find more real moms. Just like if you were like searching like adoption mom or foster mom or whatever, I feel like that is a broader, search. And so I went on there and I went to the most recent posts, and I just started hearting posts, commenting on posts, going to profiles, and if I felt like I had things in common with them. And for me, my guideline is, depending on what it looks like, between 700 to 1,000 followers. That's kind of like my sweet spot, or anything below that. And because to me, then they're like not an influencer, they're not an Instagram professional, and their pages look very real, very natural, very like everyday life that I can interact with. And so I went in and I followed a bunch of people. And so I think people get hung up on whether or not they're going to follow you back. It doesn't matter. You go in, you follow them. Then you do 3, 2, 1s on them for a while. Maybe they end up following you, maybe they don't. And then if they're not your people, then eventually you just clean your Instagram out again, and you continue this process over and over and over until you find your people. But if you're not doing this and you're not growing your network and you're only depending on just your warm market, you are going to be in the same place for a really super long time. So, these are different ways that you can utilize this next 6 weeks to grow your network, to plant the seeds, be the loud and proud thriver, add value to your audience every single day. And kind of the last thing that I really wanted to leave you guys with today, and challenge you to do, so that you guys do not drop the ball on not having your open sign on, is what you can start doing right now is you can go on the internet and you can print yourself a nice little blank calendar. And what I encourage you guys to do is go through and plan your posts, because this way you guys will not fall off the wagon during December. So, and you can even do this for the rest of this month as well. So some key points that you can go in and you can do is like, okay, so the second, all right, like we can post about free credits, okay? Because people are possibly financially stressed because of the holidays, we can educate them on the second on how they're going to get their Thrive for free. So right away, you can write in on Thursday the 2nd, you're going to post about thriving for free. And credits day. The second, Tuesday of the month, you could possibly post about your auto bonus. You can post about, like whatever. So you can go in and you can put out all the easy things right away. Like all the things that you're like, okay, like, yep, I'm going to post about credits this day. Yep, I'm going to post about auto bonus on this day. You know what, this day I'm going to post about the opportunity. And you're going to go through and you're going to just like write out all the really quick things that come to your head right away. Then you're going to go through, and I've shared this with you guys on another Zoom. You can post about past experiences, product usage, recent experience, testimonials, and user stories, and motivation. So you can go on and then you can write about something that you're going to write about motivational on Monday, but get specific. If you guys don't know what you're going to post about, you guys, seriously, I get stuck sometimes. So what I will do is I will just go to Google and I will type in motivational, like motivational quotes. And then I personally click the image on Google, because then it just shows a bunch of images rather than just like articles, because I don't want to read articles. I don't have time for that. It takes too much time. So sometimes what I do, you guys, is I take a couple different motivational quotes that resonate with me, and then I make them my own, and I mix them all up together, and I create my own Motivational Monday post. And so if you're stuck, then do that. Remember, you can talk about anything that's motivational to you, like whether it's the business, whether it's inspiration, whether it's workout motivation, whether it's whatever it is, but you can post anything you want. What I have been liking to do is on Tuesdays, I have been trying to feature someone in their Thrive experience. So yesterday, my husband was on day 9 of his detox. I shared his transformation because people resonate with other people besides just you. So my challenge to you is on every single Tuesday, besides if you're going to post about auto bonus, you need to write specifically. Don't just write Transformation Tuesday. Specifically write the person that you are going to feature. Because it's so important to also be showing other testimonials, because people relate with that. So if they're not relating to your story, they might relate to Jody's story. They might relate to Toby's story, because maybe it's a guy on my Facebook that's watching me, but I'm just a chick, so like whatever, I'm a girl with 5, kids. Like that doesn't resonate with him. But seeing Toby's transformation, I shared Toby's transformation in my story, because you know what? That might resonate with somebody else. So getting specific about writing that down. And then wellness, like go in, whether you're going to feature a Thrive product, whether you're going to give a wellness tip, but be specific on your calendar, because what this is going to do when the holidays get super busy and it's all the last minute hustle and bustle, you will have no excuse to not have your business sign on. I literally, where is it? I do a weekly 1-day planner, and my stuff is specific on here. I said actually I was going to feature Holly Fisher's transformation this week, but my husband was on detox, and so I felt like that was important. So you can still pivot, but then I will just take this and then I will just move it to next week's. But even though I didn't feature her, I did do a shout out for her for leading our Work With Me Zoom. So also don't forget to showcase your team, show that you have a community, all of the things. There are so many things that you guys can literally post about, but you can also write it all out on here so that you can see it and you can see where things are balanced. Like, okay, I've been doing transformations here. Maybe I need to sprinkle in this, or maybe I need to sprinkle in that. And it might be a good visual for you to see where your posts are and what things look like. And I'm not trying to overcomplicate it. It's just actually, if you guys are planning ahead, you can pivot from a post. If something inspires you, you can still post about that. But when December gets crazy and it gets busy and you guys are doing all these last minute baking and wrapping and shopping and whatever, you can just go to your calendar and you already know what you're going to post. So I encourage you to do that. It was hard for me to get into a habit of doing this weekly. But I am going to try to plan out my whole calendar for December, just because we are, getting ready for our trip. And so we're going to have a crazy month, trying to get ready for this trip that my kids know nothing about. So all the details, all the things. And so my goal is to have my December calendar all completely done so that I don't have to think about it. And then anything else that comes along and anything else that I'm inspired to post about, I can just do that and I can pivot, or I can post twice or whatever. So I hope that kind of helps you guys to plan towards this last, 51 days. I hope that, you will kind of just have a different mindset going into it, and really just think about how you can utilize this time to really catapult your business. So, I feel like I talked 9,000 miles a minute. But does anybody have any questions about anything that I said or anything that you want to add?
No, I loved that. And actually, as maybe drop um, when I share the recording, maybe just drop wherever you searched for the calendar
Oh, sure.
a link to it. That
Yeah,
might be easy for people,
absolutely. I'll drop the link for that. Yep.
Yeah. And then I thought too, at getting closer, we can utilize one of our Sunday night Zooms or work with me Zoom, and maybe we can do it together, like plan out some content actually. If people print off that calendar and stuff, it might be easier. So
Yeah, and I like when things come to my head, like I will just be randomly doing something and I'm like, oh my gosh, like I should post about that. And so I am trying to be better about, like, I have a notebook that I literally have tons of subjects, because on a day that I might be stumped or I don't know what to post about, you can just take that pile of postings and whatever like might resonate with you, or like, oh yeah, I'll post about that, and then you already have it there. And then sometimes you can even reuse posts. And actually that brings me to another thing I forgot to mention, is if you're also stuck on a post, you guys can go to your memories. And in your memories, like I do this every once in a while, if some days I'm either uninspired, I'm having an off day, because you guys, like, that happens, life happens. So you can go to your memories, don't share it like so that it says 3 years ago, like literally save that photo. And then, or if you want to attach a different photo to it, if something resonates with you better, like today than then, and use the wording, especially if it's like a post that got like a ton of love, reuse it. Like nobody knows that you posted that 3 years ago. Like you already created that content, use it. I didn't always have Instagram. I had Facebook. I grew the majority of my business on Facebook. I really have only been on Instagram for a year-ish, like using it pretty avidly. So sometimes I even will take some of those old posts and bring them over to Instagram. So that's another way that you can grow your Instagram that way, because if people loved them on Facebook, well, maybe they'll love them on Instagram too. And if nothing else, it's just content that's out there. So utilize that as well if you feel stuck. So yeah.
Yep, I love it.
That's what I have for you guys. So if nobody has any other questions, I think I will end it here. And as always, if you guys have questions or you feel stuck, like never hesitate to reach out to any of your leaders, whether it's your upline, your downline, your sideline, it doesn't matter. Like reach out, ask for help. If you're not feeling inspired or you feel stuck on something, just reach out and we can give clarification, we can give encouragement, we can help you. Instead of stopping your business and just not moving forward, reach out when you feel stuck so that we can get you over that hump, so that you continue to propel forward instead of taking 2-3 weeks off. It's usually just a really quick motivational thing that we're like, you know what, who cares what anybody thinks? Like, whatever, just post the damn thing and move on, and then they're like, yeah, you're right. Okay, cool. And so it's just like, we're here to help you with that. So don't feel like you're in this business alone. You have all of us. That's why we're here. That's why we pour in, because we want everybody to grow and win. So reach out if you need anything. That's all I got.
Thank you.
All right. You guys have a wonderful day.
You too.
Okay, bye.
Bye, guys. Recording stopped.